Toya, and we were in the area and just saw these massive response of police vehicles, fire vehicles coming to this area. We kind of followed it to see where we were, and we wound up about 2 blocks here, right very near the Miller Coors building where this took place. Before we were pushed back, we didn't realize exactly what was going on at that point, but we knew there was a lot of cause for concern. You could tell by the police officers rushing in there, grabbing their armor, running into that area, and they just kept coming, squad after squad, and police vehicles and fire vehicles just continued to descend on this area. Eventually federal agents arriving here as well. They're all still in that area right now behind me, the Miller Coors building, just past that row of houses there. Some of the fire vehicles that were here initially, they picked off. That indicates that immediate threat is over, but police saying this is still an active scene, which is clearly what it is, as you can see here behind us. Right now, the Department of Justice from the state is on scene. Their vehicles arriving here a short time ago, as well as still a number of K-9 units that have been brought to the scene here to search those buildings as well. Milwaukee County Bomb Squad here. The Milwaukee County SWAT team, all of them on scene, along with those federal agents, and they all remain here right now just trying to make sure that this situation, although that danger has passed, they still want to go through methodically, search it, and of course now the massive investigation into what happened, the collection of evidence, and certainly the next phase of this, identifying the victims, notifying the families, and a very difficult a day for many, many people here in the city of Milwaukee.
Nick Bohr, can you give us, you've given us a lot of perspective over the last 3+ hours, I guess, and as you mentioned, having been a veteran reporter in this area, and I don't know how you can compare it to any other story that you've covered, but obviously this goes beyond just your instincts as to what the gravity of what has happened there.
Right, I mean, this is as large a police response as I've ever seen out at a scene. When we saw that, my photographer Simon and I knew right away there was something much bigger than what we would normally see, and that's why we followed that flow here to the scene. But just a massive response, and the fact that they stayed here and just kept coming, officer after officer after officer kept rushing in. At a certain point, they noticed us and were like, you guys got to get out of here, back up, get further back, because this is not a safe situation. And you could tell by the concern in their eyes that we knew right away that something very serious had happened here. I heard from a source that the district attorney's office had been notified, which led me to believe that there was perhaps an officer involved shooting. Perhaps even I had thought maybe an officer had been shot, but it turned out not to be the case. But we don't know yet how that gunman was stopped here, whether he might have shot himself, or whether an officer responding to the scene was able to him. But just a massive scene here, and really hasn't gotten any smaller with that investigation, and still that process of clearing out the buildings goes.
All right. Nick Bohr, once again, live for us.
Right, and again, we are waiting for a police briefing that's scheduled to happen around 6 o'clock. We plan to carry that and get the latest on what's happening at Molson Coors and what happened this afternoon. Let's go to our Caroline Reinwald. She is near the Harley-Davidson facility, which is just across the street from the Miller campus, and that is one of the staging areas for the employees, Molson Coors employees. Caroline.